find a place when I was a young man. It seems like such a waste, the things I was doing. Now if it's Saturday night and you're lonesome and bored, I know a date you can always afford. Maybe what you're looking for is the Lord. Where can he be found? Solid grounds, you're welcome here. Solid grounds, come in and share the best music, Joe, and ministry around. Solid grounds, you're welcome here. Solid grounds, come in and share. Solid grounds.
Good evening. My name is Jesse Dompre, and I have the honor to welcome you to Solid Grounds, a 22-year outreach ministry of St. Stephen's United Methodist Church and the best listening venue in Albuquerque. Now we are there. We are almost there to be the best in the state. We've completed almost all of the phases of our acoustical project. Behind me is phase 2, which is the new stage, construction of the new stage. It is done, and I can't wait for us to go live on the 3rd of July. So I'm looking forward to that, and we're all looking forward to that. We thank you in advance for being so generous. This evening, I want to take the opportunity to thank the Diaz family. There's Howard and Michael and Samantha Diaz, and we want to thank them. On behalf of the ministry, I want to thank them for their dedication and commitment to this awesome ministry. If you want to continue to partner with us, go to ST Stevens, that's with a ST Stevens, STEPHENS, abq.org/giving. And contribute whatever you can, because we need your help to bring this to a full completion. At Solid Grounds, music, generosity, and hospitality are the cornerstones of our outreach ministry. Tonight is no different. Music is always the food of love, and coming to us for the first time is Lisa Carver. Lisa Carver is making a debut on Solid Grounds. She is an amazing songwriter. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the stage Lisa Carver. Take it away, Lisa.
Hello, beautiful souls. Lisa Carver here in Taos, New Mexico. I have the honor of doing a few songs for you guys today. Thank you to my friend, incredible singer-songwriter and human being, my sister Andy Renfrey. I'm giving a shout out to Solid Grounds Coffee House and St. Stephen's United Methodist Church in Albuquerque, and they're making this possible, and I'm so grateful to you guys for providing a place for live music when we're not in a pandemic, and hopefully we'll be having that again there at your lovely venue. I'm going to start off with a song called 2019. And first of all, I've had to start a few times, so I'm just going to plow through, even if there are some snafus and mistakes, because I have a couple of, I'm assuming, narcissistic flies who are wanting in on the action, and they've been kind of dive bombing me and whatnot. I also have the doors open because it's a beautiful day here up on the mountain, and you just never know what kind of wildlife will wander through. So I'm just gonna keep singing, and unless it's like a rabid wolf or something. So this is 2019, and it is a song I wrote in March, and I played on my friend Tackett's Facebook Live when she was doing one right at the beginning of the pandemic. And I had just written it. And I feel like now that we're kind of not completely on the other side of it, but it feels like we're seeing light again. I'm going to start off with this. The mountain was cold this morning, so I lit a fire, fed the dogs, made a pot of coffee, and I cried, thinking about the world we took for granted, the world we live in now. Oh, I look at what we've lost and I wonder what it means. We say hello, I love you, and goodbye through screens. And I know someday we'll get back to our big dreams, but we'll always miss the misplaced innocence of 2019. I called up my old friend Tackett, 'cause she always knows what to say to help me make sense of it all. We used to talk about songs, now we talk about when, and if this old world will ever get back to normal again. Oh, I look at what we've lost, I wonder what it means. We say hello, I love you, and goodbye through screens. I know we'll get back to our big dreams, but we'll always miss the misplaced innocence of 2019. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, I look at what we've lost and I wonder what we found. A lot of lonely is common ground. I know there's better days ahead for you and me, but I'll always miss the misplaced innocence of 2019. Well, I told you I was going to plow on through, mistakes or not. And the flies are not going to win this round, by golly. Oh, goodness. It feels good to be singing and writing and playing. And I had a buddy of mine, Helene Cronin, in from Texas last weekend, and we did some writing, and I meant to get my tuners all, re-batteryized. Is that a word? It is now. So I did not, and my ear is not what it used to be, but is that low D? Is that drop D right? It's good enough. Good enough. I care, however, my tuner is on my phone, which is being currently utilized. Anyway, I'm going to do a song that I wrote with my friend Kathy Steele, who has a cool venue in Silver Hill, Alabama, called the Frog Pond. And man, she has some of my favorite writers, singers and songwriters playing there. And what she will not tell you is that she herself is a very cool singer-songwriter. And she came to me, I don't know, a couple years ago, and she goes, Carver, I want to write a song about something my mom would always say to me when I was questioning the right thing to do in life. And she would always say, well, Kathy, just ask yourself, what would Jesus do? And at first I was a little intimidated to write that because I thought, this is, everybody knows this saying, and how do we get an angle on this that feels like, that needed to be written. And it was cool because it started dropping in shortly before she came to visit me here in Taos at the Tree Fort. And I know a few people can get offended by it when they think that we wrote it from a political perspective. And it's really just feeling that what Jesus would have done in this society, this current society, would have been about being kind and fair to human beings. So it's not political, it's about being human. He'd rip the doors off the hinges of the cages, walk right in and hold all those kids who've been crying. He'd storm the halls of the White House calling out wide-eyed politicians for their greed and lying. He'd tell the bigots who want all the foreigners to leave this country to pack their shit. He's not the blue-eyed, fair-skinned, meek and mild lamb they sold us. If he came back today, I bet he'd be mad as hell. You better really wanna know the truth before you ask, what would Jesus do? He crashed the boardroom and asked the shareholders, where does profit end and greed begin? And if he didn't like the answers, he'd flip the tables like he did in the temple and say, try again. He'd smack the jet-set preachers in their mansions, ignoring all the homeless out in the streets. He's not the blue-eyed, fair-skinned, meek and mild lamb they sold us. If he came back today, I bet he'd be mad as hell. You better really wanna know the truth before you ask, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? I bet he'd blow some minds with who he left behind and who he'd heal for free. He'd look humanity in the eye and say, how'd you get so far away from me? That blue-eyed, fair-skinned, meek and mild lamb they sold us. If he came back today, I bet he'd be mad as hell. You better really wanna know the truth. You better really wanna know the truth. You better really wanna know the truth before you ask, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? Yeah, Sister Kathy Steele. Oh, I'm gonna do a song that I wrote with, man, just a cool cat. He keeps the songs and the talent coming. A boy named Adam Wright in Nashville. And I think this is one of the last songs I wrote before I left Nashville. It's kind of hard to play. I'm gonna believe it's gonna be flawless, but if it's not, I'm gonna keep going. So I have approximately, out of 1,000 songs or so, I have approximately 2 love songs, and this is one of them. My friends say I've been sitting in the lonely chair too long. When you gonna put yourself back out there? They say you never know until you try. Well, I got 500,000 reasons why. Who got time for talking on the phone till the sun comes up? Holding hands on the long ride home from some coffee shop. Well, the heart in me's starting to fall, knows there's nothing at all I'd rather do. Gonna be harder than I thought, talking myself out of you. Well, you called me baby first time last week, and it sounded so good with your lips against my cheek. I never meant to let you get this close. Getting hard to find a reason now to let you go, but who got time for dancing in the yard on a red wine buzz, lying on a blanket neath the stars, whispering stuff? Well, the heart in me's starting to fall, knows there's nothing at all I'd rather do. Gonna be harder than I thought, talking myself out of you. Who got time for lying around all day in each other's arms, making out and splitting one more bowl of Lucky Charms? The heart in me starting to fall, knows there's nothing at all I'd rather do. gonna be harder than I thought, yeah. Talking myself out of you. Baby, I was crazy if I thought I'd be talking myself out of you. Yeah. See, I can be a dysfunctional romantic if I really need to be. I don't know, y'all might see some more of those love songs popping up. You just never know. You can teach an old dog new tricks, yeah. Oh goodness. Okay, I'm gonna do a song that I wrote. First of all, I only have 25 to 30 minutes, and a lot of the songs I write, as some of you know, can range anywhere from 4 to 10 minutes. So I tried really hard to pick some songs that don't, blather on and on, as I tend to like to do. So there's a woman in Twangtown, Nashville, Tennessee, named Amanda Flynn, one of my dearest friends. Man, I don't know if I would have gotten through the dark years in that town without her friendship, her love. She came to my office one day and she goes, "Carver, I have always wanted to write a song called Tickets." It's pretty cool because I had a sticky note on my computer. I always told my kids, never throw away a scrap of paper or a sticky note. It could be Mom's next song. So I'm sure this was something I, peeled off the floor or whatever, kitchen floor, and put on my computer that day. And I'll be darned if Tickets wasn't one of the titles that I had. So it was a good day to write this song. And I will tell you, I have messed this up 3 times during takes, because it's been a minute since I've played out. And, get a little rusty, get a little dusty. So I'm cheating, and I wrote some lyrics down because this is my half hour, and I can do that. And you can judge me, but I can't feel it because this is a video screen. When I was young, I used to play without lyric sheets. This is Tickets, written with the one and only Amanda Flynn, who has an organizing company called the Lemonade Maker Company. If you guys, especially you creative types like me, need a little help, call that sister up. She'll hook you up. It's Friday night, and Main Street is coming to life. Corsets come out, khakis and cardigans go in. And here comes our mayor, that self-proclaimed pious ringmaster, thinking about his wife and what else he'll get past her. His eyes are doing cartwheels for some jailbait and high heels. It's alright, she can't vote. And it's a great big crazy small town. It's a snow globe. We got our puppets and clowns, and from the tightrope tonight looking down, oh, I see it for what it is. It's 3 rings, picket fence, fenced in. Someone should sell tickets. Here comes Rosalie. Once again, she's a brand new divorcee. We all know those ain't real, but what a package deal she got from husband number 3. And old Roy smells like Cheetos and stale PBR as he sleeps on the sidewalk or some fool's unlocked car. He's our Purple Heart hero, white elephant in the road. We all walk around, and it's a great big crazy small town. It's a snow globe, got our puppets and clowns, and from the tightrope tonight looking down, oh, I see it for what it is. It's 3 rings, picket fenced in. Someone should sell tickets. Oh, thank you, Annie Mosier. Tickets. Oh, between fat cat politicians and underfed teachers, cotton candy pushers and fire-breathing preachers, winners and losers, giving everything they got on this trapeze act between the haves and have-nots. All that's missing's the big top. Yeah, it's a great big crazy small town. It's a snow globe. We got our puppets and clowns, and from the tightrope tonight looking down, oh, I see it, I see it, I see it. It's 3 rings, picket fenced in. It's kind of cool when you finally understand. We're all doing the best that we can, but someone should sell tickets. Tickets. I had a cheat sheet, but by golly, I made it through. The flies have calmed down. They've become a very distant kind of percussion against the windows. And I hope y'all have enjoyed the view of the forest behind me, man. I'm in the canyon in Taos, and I have fallen arse over elbows in love with this part of the country. I'm gonna finish up. Man, I'm 25 minutes in, and I have between 25 and 30, so this works out perfect. I want to thank Andy Renfrey again for letting me do this. I don't have a pick because I am all about being prepared. But I'm gonna do this song. I think I mentioned earlier, I had a friend, Helene Cronin, who I kind of got to know her a little bit before I left Nashville, but I was so bummed we didn't really get to write and hang there. But I'm so grateful we stayed in touch, and she came out last weekend, and we wrote a couple of songs that I just love. The other one, I cannot get through the 3rd verse without breaking down, so I won't be doing that today. But we wrote another one called Yesterday's Heavy. And I think anyone who knows me knows I have been through some things in this life that have really challenged me. And I fight depression. I deal with depression and anxiety. And I've learned a lot coming out here and working with some people and doing meditation and just trying to get healthy and love myself. That can be a challenge when you have grown up with some messages that made it hard to believe that you were worthy of love. So the cool thing that I do on Mondays is I teach music appreciation at a rehab center down the road to a bunch of guys that I love, man. They are some of the coolest, sweetest, most beautiful human beings I know, and they are fighting with addiction. And I was so happy this Monday to go in and be able to sing this song that I had just written with Helene. It's called Yesterday's Heavy. And I want to say thank you guys for listening and supporting live music. It's coming back, and I cannot wait to get out there and start playing and start listening and going to concerts. I want to say thank you to all of my friends and songwriters and co-writers who have inspired me throughout this whole pandemic. It was very scary. And I loved how people just, man, they started doing Facebook Lives and letting us into their living rooms and homes and showing us that music ain't going away. It's just not going to happen. We're dreamers. We're taking that torch and we are carrying it. And I love you all. Thank you. There you go, pulling up sticks, pulling away like you always do. You start running, but you can't outrun what's pressing on you. You keep taking yourself, dragging your pain wherever you go, taking it out on everyone who tries to get close. Why you gotta hold on to the past? Don't you get tired of the weight of all that, all the done wrongs and might have beens you carry around? The bag of old rocks you keep digging through, you gotta bury it or baby it'll bury you. Yesterday's heavy, lay it down. Ever wonder how it feels to lie on your back, watch clouds in the park, fly your heart light as a kite up there with Orion and Mars? You've lived through some things I know no one should ever live through. Makes it hard to believe the whole dang world ain't stacked against you. But why you gotta hold on to the past? Don't you get tired of the weight of all that, all the done wrongs and might have beens you carry around? The bag of old rocks you keep digging through, you gotta bury it or baby it'll bury you. Yesterday's heavy, lay it down. Why you gotta hold on to the past? Don't you get tired of the weight of all that, all the done wrongs and might have beens you carry around? Me and tomorrow been waiting on you, so baby you got better things to do. Yesterday's heavy, lay it down. Maybe yesterday's heavy. Lay it down. Go on, lay it down. Thanks, you guys. Bless you.
Oh, what a great show, Lisa. Excellent performance. Hey, I hope you can make your way to Albuquerque so that you may perform of that new stage behind me. So stay blessed, stay well, and we shall connect with you on the other side. God bless you and thank you. Time for the message and a humor and trivia. So, for you Bible scholars, or maybe non-Bible scholars, who was the greatest financier in the Bible? Who was the greatest financier in the Bible? Tick, 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 tick. How about Noah? Noah was floating his stock while everyone else was in liquidation. Noah was floating his stock while everyone else was in liquidation. Now, this is a humor. Mr. Duncan, the Sunday school teacher, was told his students that God created everything. This got Kevin, a student, one of the students, very interested when Mr. Duncan said that God or Eve was created out of a rib that God took from the side of Adam. So days later, his mom found him lying on the floor. And when she asked him what was going on, little Kevin said, well, I'm in pain. I think I'm having a wife. Well, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Have you ever, if you drive, I'm sure that you've come across a sign that says dead end. Life may have a few dead ends if you've lived long enough. What is it that drives us on so relentlessly? What is it that pushes us, that causes us to just strive on? In the midst of pain and obstacles, we keep on pulling ourselves by our bootstraps. What is it that drives us so? Are you ready? Now, well, take a deep breath and allow yourself to tolerate this one-word answer. Pride. Pride. See, we work and push and strive so we can prove we are worthy. So that we can prove that we are the best. So that we can prove that we deserve the Oscar, we deserve the Academy Award, we deserve those top honors. We deserve to win the Super Bowl. We deserve to be MVP. We deserve the top bidding. And the hidden message is that I can gain righteousness all on my own by my own effort, ingenuity, and energy. And because I can, I must. And why is this heretical? Because ultimately, this philosophy says, I really don't need anybody's help. In other words, I can pull myself up by my own bootstraps. I didn't need anyone to feed me or to birth me. That's the philosophy there. After all, God helps those who help themselves, right? And I will find ultimate joy in my own achievement. And this will bring me ultimate fulfillment and ultimate satisfaction. But I tell you what, both are dead ends. Both are dead-end roads found on Fantasy Island. Let us pray. We thank you for giving us light in our darkness, giving us courage in our fears, giving us hope in our despair. Just open our hearts, open our spirits that we may receive the truth, your truth, that our steps will be ordered in your word, that we may walk upright and we may devote our lives serving others. But it is because in serving others that we actually serve ourselves. Oh, take our hands and work through them. Take our minds and think through them. Take our lips and speak through them. Take our hearts, open them wide so that we may be generous to our neighbors. We shall always exalt your name and magnify you in all the earth. In the name of the Christ, who taught us to pray in this manner, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Solid grounds, you're welcome here. Solid grounds, come in and share the best music, Joe, and ministry around. Solid grounds, you're welcome here. Solid grounds, come in and share. Solid grounds.